Hello one and all, this is Hybridsteel. Thank you very much for joining me in this video. Today we're going to be talking about the pistols that are in Apex Legends and which one you might find the best to be using on the battlefield. So without further ado, let's get it on. Okay, so the first one we're going to be using is the R45 Automatic Pistol. This is an absolute little, well, it's a little bit of a git really. It does use the light rounds, so it is a very common gun to pick up, and unlike the P2020, it's fully automatic. So I'm just going to do a shot in the chest, shot in the head, and we're going to talk about the range of the gun as well. So into the chest, we're looking at 11, and into the head, we're looking at 16. Which is a little bit off if you sort of like double shots from all the others. And then when it comes to range, it's not too bad over short range, but I mean over long range, because it's fully automatic, it's a little bit of a git. You can't turn this down to single shot, so you're stuck with a fully automatic pistol, and the recoil on it is absolutely ridiculous. It just goes everywhere from hip fire. Concentrated fire is exactly the same, it just goes everywhere. So when you want to be using this gun, you want to be using this at mid to short range. And every time you use this, you really do have to adjust your shot to make sure that it gets in the target every single time. You just want to make sure that you're hitting the target with every single bullet. And if it does recoil out, then you've missed your target completely. The downside to this gun is it is full of recoil. There's just nothing that keeps it stable unless you just try and do single shot. But even if you try and do single shot, it just rattles out, and I'm not a big fan of the recoil. Now I know that the recoil does make guns more realistic, but this is a little bit of a git to control. I do prefer a single shot pistol if I was going to have to use one. Right, the next one is the P2020. It holds 10 in the chamber, which isn't too bad. It's not fully automatic, it's semi-automatic. So I'm going to do a body shot, headshot, and we're going to have a little mess around as well. So here we go. Body shot, we're looking at 12 in the body, and headshot, we're looking at 18. A little bit more powerful than its predecessor, the R45, which I prefer using this one than normal. And because it's semi-automatic, I'm in control of how many bullets I put into somebody as well. Now the plus side to this one over the R45 is that every time you fire the bullet, the reticle comes straight back into it, and you're in control of how fast this gun shoots. So let me just reload it up. So if you want to do rapid fire, you have to basically bring the reticle through yourself, so you have to control your shot, and you want to be trying to aim as much as you can whilst concentrated. Hip fire isn't too bad. Hip fire can be controlled by not firing as quickly, because again, if you fire too quickly, you're not going to be able to shoot that person where you want them to shoot. Over long range, it can be used, but pistols are crap over long range. Why would you bother? Also, the P20 does use the light rounds, much like the R45. It's just a little bit easier on the ammo, and it doesn't sort of rinse it very, very quickly. The next pistol we're going to be testing out is the Mozambique shotgun pistol. Only has 3 in the chamber, but the damage is good enough to just sort of like put people off coming you anywhere closer. So obviously we're going to have to do a little bit of a close one because it is a shotgun pistol. So we're going to go for the head, we're going to go for the chest and the head, and we'll probably end up doing that one anyway. So this is body shot. Doesn't really, you know, it's 45 damage, isn't too bad. When you go for the head, it does 66 damage per headshot. Now that's not too bad when you consider this as a shotgun. The downside is that it's a shotgun pistol with 3 bullets. It's very limiting in a gunfight. It's normally just used if you're right up close to somebody, you've taken them down, and you can just finish them off with. Personally, I try to avoid this gun, even though it's very, very common. I personally don't really much like it. I prefer either using the P20 or the Wingman, and the Wingman is the next gun in this review. So last but not least is the Wingman Pistol. I like this gun over much of the others, and I've got to be honest, with the heavier ammo, you do a little bit of extra damage as well, which is all good. So we'll do body shot, headshot, and then we'll talk about the gun as we go. So body shot, you're looking at 45. That's why I like this gun. Headshot, you're looking at 90. This is a powerful little pistol, but it does only have 6 bullets in the magazine. So you do have to sort of be wary of how many shots you have fired. Now when it comes to the recoil of this gun, it auto corrects. Now the kickback is quite fun. It does remind me of like the, you know, the 6-shooter Western style guns where they like kick back quite a lot. So if you do this as hip fire, It doesn't look like it kicks back as much because you're a little bit more zoomed out, but it does fire straight through if you're able to just sort of like let it go. So that's what I mean. You don't have to really correct it either. So when you go concentrate fire, every time you fire that bullet, it's coming straight into the center again. It's not recoiling out. It's just the kickback you have to watch out for, because between the shot and the kickback you can't fire. So you go shot, kickback, shot, and it's all good. This gun is this is why I like the Wingman over all the others. Now this gun is fantastic. It does use the heavy ammo as well. So using the heavy ammo, as said, it's a little bit more of a rarer gun. The ammo's a tiny bit rarer than the normal standard, but you know, you find a few of these around and it's quite good to have as a side weapon. If you're not focusing on like assault rifles and shotguns, the Wingman is one of those guns that I would definitely go to when it comes to a sticky situation and me in a corridor with somebody shooting them off at 45 to 90 depending on headshot and body shot. So, let me know down in the comment section below, what pistol do you use in Apex Legends, if any, and which ones would you recommend to anybody else? If you haven't already, don't forget to hit the like, subscribe and notification button below for all other updates I do in this channel. This has been Hybridsteel, and until my next video, peace out, have fun, and don't forget, kill people in Apex Legends with style. Use the guns you really like. Goodbye.